Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS. I feel like we've had such a busy weekend. I just got back from Mexico for my anniversary.
Yes. How was that?
It was strangely good.
Well, remember, you weren't very excited before you left.
Well, because I knew I had to hang out with all these random people. The wives were nice, but Travis let me work out every day because I was like, I can only be around people for so long before I get annoyed. And then we would kind of meet up in the evening. So it was good. And then the final night, everyone went to a final dinner and I was like, I'm just going to stay in and order room service. So yes, it was lovely. It was lovely. It was lovely.
That's nice.
Yeah. And the hotel, if you've not been, it's like, I don't know if it's in Cancun or kind of the outskirts, but it's called Nizuc, I think, Nizuc or K or something. But it's such a nice hotel. The food's good. The food is the part in Mexico that always
make
gets
or break.
To me.
Yep.
It really is, because I was telling Travis and all these people that we're with, because they all are very adventurous. It's interesting because there were like 6 couples total. And like the first night we get there and it's our anniversary. And I know that some of his friends are in town and they're at the resort. And I said, and they were messaging him, like, where are you at? And I said, we are wherever they are not, because it's our anniversary. And like, they're not allowed to, we're not going to talk to anybody but ourselves for tonight. And then you can meet your friends. So the first night we saw nobody, which was my only wish.
Your favorite night.
I was like, I don't want to spend it like small talking. Like I do not want to. I'll small talk with you, but that's it. Like not anybody else. And then the next morning we woke up and we like had like 3 days with his friends, which was really nice. Like they had, one of them lives there. And he owns all the restaurants in like all the airlines in Mexico. So if you go to an airport, like all the airports, like in Mexico, he owns all the restaurants. Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, we went to his house and they had like a really nice dinner, a mariachi, and then we went on his boat. It was lovely.
Nice.
But yeah, and it was good.
What was the deal with y'all's anniversary cards?
Oh, so, I think we were both just not really feeling, Travis is a really good gift giver. And I was going to get him something until Trey said he told him not to get me anything. And then I was like, fabulous. I don't want to get him anything anyway. I'm going to save my money. So right before we went, we were at Walgreens. And Travis was like, is there anything else you need? I think we need you to get like we're always getting bar mitzvah cards because chances every one of his friends is 13. And I swear, like all of them are like bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs every weekend. So we're buying a bar mitzvah card and Travis was like, is there anything else you need? I was like, well, I need to get you a card for our anniversary. And he was like, well, I need to get you a card for our anniversary. So we buy each other cards at the same time. We didn't actually give them to each other because I was like, we can just save these for next year.
What? So then why'd you even buy them?
Well, because there was a thought that counts. I was going to, and then as we were leaving to go to the airport, I was like, where are our cards? And then he was like, they're in the house. And he said, you just want to save them for next year? And I said, yes, happy anniversary.
This was a minimal effort anniversary.
Such a minimal effort anniversary.
Wow.
It really was. I'm not trying to be rude. I know Travis listens, but I always felt like for my 15th anniversary, and I say mine because I know he doesn't care, that we would go on some bucket list trip, like the Maldives or someplace that I've always wanted to go. And then I feel like you owe me on 16.
Was it a little anticlimactic?
Yeah, like I wasn't, like I liked the hotel, but I was just wanting it to just be the two of us, and do something just like something that we've never been to. And anyways, but I had a great time, Travis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. He says I don't say thank you enough. I appreciate the whole thing, but I think if it was someplace like new, it would have been more exciting. Like I've been there before, done it.
Where is somewhere you want to go?
The Maldives.
Where else?
I want to go to the Maldives. I'd like to go to Egypt. I'd like to see the pyramids. I'd like to go to like the south of France. I would like to, there are like many places I would like to go. I'd like to go to Bora Bora. I'd like to go to Fiji. There are many places I'd like to go.
I feel like water.
I like water or someplace. Like I loved Rome because it's really cool. There's so much. I like to go to Paris because I can get a handbag. There's certain places I would have really liked to have gone. But I just been to Mexico so many times.
Yeah.
Like we go to Mexico.
Next week.
Yeah, I'm going to get next week. Well, that was another thing. I was like, well, I feel like we're going to go back to Mexico. So why would we go to Mexico for our anniversary if we're going for your birthday?
Mexico is an easy flight though.
It is. It was like 2 hours.
It's quick.
He flew us first class, which was a nice gesture. I mean, he's very nice, like I appreciate
it's a nice
it.
gesture.
It's like 2 hours, so it's not like you have lay down seats, but it was still like very thoughtful.
Let me just say though, on the way I drove them to the airport and Travis said something about first class and she was like, Jesus help me, if you're in first, I'm in the back. We're switching.
That has happened before. That is when you know that at some point back in the day, Travis was a little selfish because he flew before. This was the first time I've ever been to Paris. And I think that I still had enough Oklahoma in me where he thought he could get away with it, right? But I had already had his children at the time. Like I at least had one of them, I know. And he went to Paris and I think it was maybe for work or something. And for some reason, I was meeting him there. Or maybe he went somewhere else and we were going to meet in Paris. And he flew before me and I flew. He put me in coach. And I was and I'm very like ADD. I have a hard time sitting still. And I hate sitting straight up for like 9 hours. There's just nothing good about it. And I also I don't know if anybody else has, but after children, I have this like bladder issue, like where I get like very anxious before airplanes because I have to share a toilet with like 50,000 other people. So it stresses me out and I have like pee anxiety the whole flight.
So you need a more exclusive toilet?
So like I really like to only share with like 10 people. Like that's my goal. So it's more about the toilet than the experience, okay? But also that you have to lay down. So anyways, when you fly that long, like, and if you can afford it, which Travis could, obviously at the time, like just get me some lay down seats if you're going to get them. So anyway, so I flew and I was like, well, we obviously are on a budget, which is fine. I flew there. I got off. My back hurt for 2 days. I complained a little, but I was like, well, he's a lot bigger than me, so I'm not going to, So then on the way home, I'm in these amazing lay down seats. And I was like, Travis, like, this is amazing. We should have done this on the way here. Like, this is crazy. Why would we not done this all the way? And he was like, well, I flew first class the way here. And I was like, you asshole. You flew first class and you put me in the back of coach. Yes, I was in coach. He tried to save $1 on me and not him.
Okay, so I just booked Zach's 30th birthday trip. We're flying from Dallas to Paris and then from Barcelona to Dallas. And we'll get to Barcelona at some point in the middle. I was like, you and his friend Reiner turned 30. So I was like, y'all figure that part out. But here's like the parameters that we're doing. And I went to go book our flights. And economy was like $700 round trip.
Yeah.
Which is great. Premium economy is like $2,200.
Yeah.
So I booked us in economy.
Well,
And
I mean,
I'm feeling like we need to like at minimum sit in premium economy because that's like domestic first class.
you have like a little bit more leg room. My whole thing is like, is it overnight or, I mean, you're young, you can sleep on the plane.
Yeah, it's overnight.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm too old for it.
That statement's going to cost me, I can tell. Is that going to listen to that and be like, did you hear what you said?
Definitely do premium economy. I mean, I would do premium economy. I don't know. Do you have any status? This is why you need
Not anymore, and that's really upsetting.
This is why you need
Americans made it very difficult.
Well,
private, I agree.
Not private.
Oh.
But this is why you need to fly American every time. Like you pick one airline. Just pick one airline and fly it all the time.
Yeah, I had an issue last week in New York with Southwest where they canceled my flight like 15 minutes after we were supposed to take off. And Stephanie was like, see?
I'm going to fly Southwest to Oklahoma because that's what I do. If I ever fly to Oklahoma, and everyone's going to be like, what? I thought you didn't fly Southwest. I do if I have to. But
I really hate that. You know what I hate? That I don't have a seat. It feels very barbaric.
That's 100% what it is.
I have to go through and talk to people and figure out where they are in the line, and it's just a lot.
Yes, that's 100% word. Yes.
And then if you're one of the first ones on and you're traveling with someone else, you are like saving this seat for dear life.
Well, and you can spend like an extra, I think $35 or $40 to like get us, to pick. Like, I guess you don't have to get online at the crack and like pick your seat. But I was still like B67. I was like, this does not help me at all. I'm still.
Well, see, I paid when Courtney and I went to New York last week to be like in one of the first few, and she did not. And I was like, well, this is going to really stress me out because then I was like coughing just like to keep people away from me as they were passing. I was like, sorry, you want to sit in the middle seat? It's available. And thankfully, no one did.
Oh my gosh, no. See, Trey, yes. That's why you have to stop. I mean, for those of you who love Southwest, I get it. But I'm just not one of those people. First of all, they're always late. They have like massive issues right now. Like it's just not worth it.
They're not the best.
But I think if you pick an airline and you stick with it and you travel a lot, like Travis and I travel a lot. So usually, if you have status, you get upgraded a ton. I just would never, ever, ever fly 9 hours without knowing that I had like a lay down seat.
Yeah.
But at least give a little bit more leg room.
Yeah.
Yeah, do premium. If not, Zach, he doesn't love you like he should.
Speaking of, I'm getting married in a week.
I know, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you. So yesterday I had my wedding shower and we did a crawfish boil and I will not name names, but I had an unruly guest.
Oh, Cruz Hollman.
No.
Who?
That was kicked out.
What? Wait, because I could only stay a short time because Cruz had a game.
Cruz Hollman was also an unruly guest.
Yes.
But he was trying to get a live crawfish to latch onto my ear. But did he try crawfish?
Yeah, he did. He took a little bite.
Yep. It tastes like lobster.
Like I would say between a mix between like lobster and shrimp.
Yeah, I agree.
Like kind of in the middle.
It's just so much work. Like after I did 2, I was starving and exhausted.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay,
Cruz
that was
just
a
liked
lot
to
of
feed
work.
people. He just liked to tear it apart and
he
feed
just
Trey.
liked ripping their body in half.
Yeah, he did. He loved he loved the process, but not the food itself. He just liked the process. It was like a arts and crafts.
Amen.
With a
so I had a guest that stood up on my bar.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was not a. How in the world did you stand up on that thing? That was not a bar.
They were trying to bartend, and they stood up on the bar.
And
then asked someone if they wanted a shot of vodka, and the person was like, "Sure." So he took the cap off the handle of vodka and dumped it on them.
No.
And then I was notified of this, and I was like, "Hey, I think it's time to go." Tried to punch me in the face.
No. At your own shower?
Mm-hmm.
No. Is this a friend?
And then was refusing to leave.
No. Was he like yelling and acting a fool? Did he apologize this morning?
No. And then as they're leaving, they're screaming like, "Help, help." And my neighbors are like, "What's going on?" Tried to jump out of the Uber as it's leaving.
No, Trey.
I was like,
is this your friend or
it's
more Zach's
always
friend?
something,
or
more my friend.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew it wasn't Zach's.
But,
oh my gosh.
They were not invited to Cabo.
I wish they were. This sounds very entertaining.
Those
people make me feel so good about myself, you know. And I feel like I have it bad in life. Like my life is falling apart. I'm like, well, I could be that.
My dad was trying to get them out. This person's trying to punch him in the face as well. And my friend Jordan's sitting in the kitchen. He goes, "God, I love this family." I was like,
wait, was it a sibling of yours?
No.
Oh my gosh, I was like, wait. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, well, after this, I need details on exactly who this person is. Because everyone was so well behaved whenever I was there, because it was kind of earlier in the day.
It all went down.
And then it all went downhill. Oh my gosh. And they tried to punch you. That is, I really wish I would have stayed the whole time now that I know this.
My friend Courtney got married in Hawaii last year, and she had a wedding guest try to punch her dad in the face at the reception.
That's because it's all you can drink.
Can't have alcohol.
Yes.
That's just like...
Yes, and some people...
We just got to know that.
Some people are fun with alcohol and some people are horrible.
Yes.
And this guy seems to be fun for me, but horrible for you.
Yes.
That is crazy. At your own
You would have loved it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would have been very entertained. It would have been the highlight of my son. Cruz would have loved it. He would have went to school, told everyone about it. His teachers would have called me concerned about where I'm taking my child. So we're leaving your, speaking of your shower, so we're leaving and driving away, and there's like this long blonde wig, and that fell out of somebody's car that attended, and Travis is like, "This is why I just love gay men." Like, he was like, if this was you or a girl, there's no way they would have just thrown that wig out of their car. He was like, but this man, he just doesn't care. He wore that wig, he's done with it, and he just tossed it away as he's walking to Trey's event. I'm like, well, that's odd. Okay.
Who was it?
I have no idea, but Travis spotted it. It was like this blonde, like, wig that's just like, they obviously either it fell out of the car. Travis thought they just threw it out as they were walking. Yeah, they tossed it. And Travis was like, this is why I love gay men. They just don't care.
Oh, that's funny.
It was so ridiculous. So yeah, yes, but it was a very good event. Like I have never really had a crawfish before.
Yeah, they're interesting little suckers.
I mean, they had like little weenies. I was wanting to eat a weenie, but then I didn't want to be the only person. Nobody else was eating a weenie.
Like sausages.
And then they had, the sausages.
The shrimp don't have the weenies. Yeah.
And then they had corn. I also wanted to eat the corn, but then nobody else was eating the corn. So I just kind of sat there. But yeah, it was good.
Well, so I had a lot of family in town, like for the shower, people that came, Zach had a lot of people from Louisiana that came in, and a lot of them were going dress shopping. And we've found that that's actually very hard because it's prom season too, to find a dress to wear to a wedding when you're also competing with these little 17-year-olds.
Oh my gosh, everybody on my like Instagram, I feel like a lot of my friends have kids who are of prom age.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really cool. Have you noticed, like, whenever I went to school, like, you just either had a boyfriend or somebody just asked you very casually to prom?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it was whenever you were in high school, but now they make these huge deals. I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, promposal.
Like, you have to really, I told Chance, I was like, I feel like I'm going to have to start working now or, like, hire somebody to, like, help me think of something because you have to, like, go crazy.
And yours has to be better than everyone else's.
Yeah, and it's like a competition.
Bigger than a proposal.
Yes, but I think my boyfriend was like, you want to go to prom with me? And that, I mean, I feel like I definitely got left out. Oh my God, I got to tell you my prom story. I lost my virginity at prom.
Oh.
Yes. So here's the story. So we were dating for like 3 years and I did not give him my little Pikachu. I was saving it. I don't know if it was for marriage or what, but also my mom lied to me and told me that, I think I've shared this before, but if not, this is, if you have a daughter, just know it works. If she's naive like me, she told me that she would know if I had sex by looking at my panties. So I truly believed until 18 years of age, I've actually passed it because I really believed the night I lost my virginity that my panties were going to give it away. I truly believe that there's something about your panties where they could tell if you lost your virginity. I don't know.
What was the whole story and how did she...
We didn't have Google back then.
How did she get you to buy that?
She just said, we were talking about, like, my mom would try to have the birds and the bees conversation. And she was like, if you know that I will be able to tell if you have sex or when you have sex. I was very,
what age did she start convincing you of this?
Like, I think it started at 16. I truly believed it up until 18. I was like, there's something about, like, I didn't have I wasn't, my other friends, I think their parents weren't so, like, religious. So I was like, well, I probably don't need to share the panties things with them because I don't think their parents would care as much.
How did she come up with that?
She was like, I will be able to tell by looking at your panties.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly believed it. And I was, also kind of terrified of getting pregnant. So between that and the panties, I was like, I'm just going to save myself for marriage. I thought I was going to marry this man because I was 16, 17, 18 and dumb and not realizing that we were going to different colleges and it probably wouldn't happen.
Mm.
So anyway, we were going to go to different colleges. Prom night for him came. Mine was first and then for him came. And I was like, okay, he got a hotel room. And mind you, I didn't tell my parents I was not coming home that night. So I do think this is the Lord working in mysterious ways. So he got a hotel room. Like, all of his friends were going to be partying and they all got, like, it was like, it wasn't a hotel. It was like more like a motel, where there's no, like, person at the front desk, but you get a key and it's all outside. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a motel.
Yeah, it was like a motel. So anyways, moral of the story.
Or an Oklahoma hotel.
Yeah, very, very fancy motel. So we go to his prom, get back, and he lost the key to the motel. Right?
And it's like a physical metal key.
Yeah, and it's a physical metal key. There's nobody, he goes to the front desk, nobody's working, right? Like, if you, like, lose your key back then, you're screwed. 1999, you're screwed. So anyways, so we go back to my house and I'm like, well, and he was really upset. And I was like, you know what? I just need to make him happy. And I was going to lose my virginity. That was my plan. Very cliche, but I was like, you know what? Tonight is the night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 18. I'm going
to give my Pikachu away.
Give it away. So anyways, we get to my house and I am like, well, we're in my room. My parents are asleep. They went to sleep very early. And I'm like, well, I can't do it on my bed because that's just too obvious. So I have these, like, little closet, like the little long skinny closet, like the doors kind of, like, fold open.
Yeah.
So I have sex for the first time in my closet, push all my shoes away because I'm like, if my mom and dad come in, I can pretend like I'm looking for something.
Now, okay, I'm just gonna. I've heard this story before, and a few years ago, I went and I had the pleasure of seeing the closet.
Yes.
And seeing the closet, there was not a lot of room in there.
No, we were both, at our fighting weight, so it was good.
What is that wall? Does that back up to a bathroom?
Yes, it does. It backs up to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yes. So, anyways, I lose my virginity in my closet, and then afterwards I cry.
And how long were we in this closet, would we say?
I mean, well, by the way, like this poor man, all of his friends had already done the Devil's Tango, He had not. He was also a virgin because we met like so young, right? Like he stuck. He was,
You felt like he deserved
yeah, like
it.
I was like, it's about time for you to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
So
how long were we in the closet?
Like maybe a minute. Not very long. It was short and sweet. But anyway, but also whenever you lose your virginity and you're a girl, it is not a fun experience. I was like, oh my God, why do people do this? This is horrible. I thought I was dying. But anyways, right after I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. We are going to get married.
Did he use protection?
I can't remember. I think so. I think he had like a little thing. But back then, I didn't know. I was like, first of all, I'm pregnant. Second of all, I'm dead because my mom's going to like my panties and it's all over. So, yes, that's how I lost my virginity. So he left. I mean, it had to have been the worst experience ever. Like he loses his virginity and I'm sitting there like convinced I'm pregnant and crying.
Wow.
So yeah, that was my
how romantic.
Yeah, it was very romantic.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait for Chance's prom.
Well,
I feel like you're going to chaperone.
Yes, I am. I'm going to chaperone. I'm going to be in that closet. If he walks in there, I'll be like, I know what you're doing. But looking back, how dumb of me. Like my parents probably would have called the cops on me. If I did not come home, I did not tell them. I didn't lie. I wasn't like, I'm spending the night with my friend Sarah or whatever. Like they would have thought I died or something.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, yeah, you thought your mom would have killed you if you lost your virginity. If you didn't come home, you were done.
But after that, I took those panties. I washed the crap out of them. I went.
Supposed to just throw them away.
I should have. Looking back, I should have. But it did keep me a virgin for a long time.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. So that's my prom story.
Speaking of young love, how are things with Chance and Pizza Girl?
They are, well, he says that they're not together, but he was like, Mom, we were never really together. Anyways, I don't know. He's very secretive. He says they're not together. My parents were in town with him when we were gone. He wanted to go to his friend's house and I was like, be careful. But he did have influenza B. So I said, he can't go. He's sick.
What is that?
I don't know. I think it has to do with, it's like a strand of flu. It's a strand of the flu, but I think it maybe has something to do with also your stomach because he had a lot of stomach issues.
Oh, interesting.
Like he was throwing up. He was like not okay.
Huh.
And then Cruz got screwed because the doctor said it's very, very contagious. So then Cruz had to be on medicine. And Mom said every morning she'd be like, Cruz, time to take your medicine. He's like, I feel fine.
Oh, that's funny.
So yes, that's the situation.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And then last night we're sitting at home. And by the way, I just got home. So don't think I'm a bad wife and mom. I just got home, right? We fly in, have like an hour, go to Trey's shower, go to a game. So get home. And we had eaten kind of a little like late because, well, like at 1. Anyway, but everybody was full, right? Because I'm like, are you guys hungry? Nobody was hungry. Then at like 7:30, Cruz decides that now he is hungry. And I have no groceries because I've not been home, right? So I'm like, okay, well, and Travis is on this crazy diet where he can only like protein and vegetables. It's horrible. But we're all losing weight because we also have to eat protein and vegetables. Because why not? So I'm like, okay, well, I will DoorDash some food for everybody. So I got some food from, what's our favorite little healthy place?
True Foods.
No, the other one.
Mendocino Farms.
No, Flower Child.
Flower Child.
So I order some food from Flower Child, right? And I get Travis like the chicken and vegetables, me chicken and vegetables, Cruz chicken and macaroni, Chance steak, whatever, right? And it's like and this place closes at 9. So I get my like order in at like 7:45, right? So finally, like a 40, they like the girl, first of all, she's like sitting at this little, she's on her way and then she's sitting here for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I think she's lost. Is this a stoplight, Travis? Or is this like a house? And he's like, well, it's not a stoplight. So I call her. She's a little, and she's like, yes, Stephanie. She's like, are you Stephanie? I said, yes. And I was like, I'm just making sure that you're not lost. My neighborhood's hard to get to. And she seemed a little panicked, right? So I should have known. And she was like, well, I had 2 orders. So I just dropped off. And she was like, is your address this? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, I have 2 orders. So she was like, so I'm coming to you next, right? I was like, okay, perfect. She'll be here in like 5 minutes. So anyways, I should have known. I was getting screwed when I saw her not even pull into my driveway, but like stop at like my gate and like run as fast as she could, like she was in the Olympics, to my door, drop it off, take a picture, and then she sprinted back, right? And I'm like, oh no. So I go out there, get my bag, look inside, and I'm like, mother, you know what? This girl totally gave me the wrong order. She had to have known, but those people probably took it inside. So I had a disgusting salmon with like rice, gluten-free chocolate chip cookie, and really, really nasty like avocado hummus
Did
stuff
you report
with pita
it?
chips. Yes, I was like, I want a full refund from, because it was obviously close. Thank God I had a frozen pizza. So I gave Travis, who was on a diet, the salmon. I was like, here you go. You're the only one of us that's going to eat. And then I put a frozen pizza in for the children. And I had a protein shake. But she had to have known, right?
Absolutely,
like she 100% knew.
Yep.
But yes. So anyways, yes. So that happened. So that was my whole entire thing. It was just like a crappy little situation. But also, I'm like, how lucky for the other people to get 4 full meals.
That's very
then
true.
I have the salmon and the cookie.
Well, they didn't get a salmon though.
No, it was
or a cookie. I'd be upset about the cookie.
Well, no. Cruz tried the cookie and he was like, "This is the worst cookie in the world."
Gluten-free,
it's like
vegan, keto
it's
cookie.
very healthy, very healthy. So, yes. So that was my whole day, and now I'm excited because it's all about your wedding.
Yes, I'm so excited. I have a week and I feel like I'm doing all the things, the important things this week. I'm getting my Botox done. I'm getting my body contoured. I have a hair appointment.
Oh my
It's
God,
all
me
about me.
too.
I love celebrating me.
I feel like I'm celebrating you too. I have my Botox appointment today. And for you, because I'm like, I need to look good. I have my hair appointment tomorrow. I'm getting extensions back in just for your wedding. What else? I'm not getting body contoured because it's just too late for that. This is the body I'm coming with. And then what else? Oh my gosh, I even have a personal shopping thing
what day is that,
tomorrow.
Thursday?
No, tomorrow. You're supposed to go with me.
Oh yeah, I'll put
Don't
that on
let
the
me
calendar.
down. 10:30.
Okay. Great. Yep.
Wait, do you have something going on at 10:30?
Nope, I remembered that.
You did
Let
not.
me just check real quick.
I messaged you like 2 weeks ago.
I'm
to
available. I am available.
Okay, you better be available because here's the deal. Trey is the only person that will make sure that I do not buy stuff that I will never wear.
That is true.
And if I don't, I will buy stuff because somebody tells me it looks cute. Anyways, so he's the only person.
I am very quick to be like, that is ugly.
Yes. So I need you. You're going to do the Lord's work.
Amen. Yesterday we gave all of our wedding party the gifts that we were going to give them in Cabo because I was showing my dad the other day in our guest room, we're going to have everything laid out. And he was like, what are you doing with those? And I was like, we're taking them to Cabo. And he was like, oh my God, you'll get arrested. I was like, why? And he was like, you can't take all that through customs. So we got all of the guys and girls, we picked like a signature wedding scent. So we got all the girls this Louis Vuitton perfume, and I got guys all this Tom Ford perfume. And then we got, Zach and I have this pair of shoes, and then we got the same ones for Stephanie and Connor, and then Courtney and Ryan, and they're fully rhinestoned Louis Vuitton sneakers for the reception.
I'm so excited. Yes.
Because I knew Mama was not going to want to wear her heels all night long.
I mean, I was just going to Britney Spears it and be barefoot and loving my life, but I will wear some tennis shoes instead. Yep.
Well, our like theme is like pink and disco balls.
Oh my
So I was
gosh.
like, your feet need to also look like a pink disco ball.
That's so fun.
I know.
That is so fun. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
I'm so ready. I'm telling you. Travis gave me like this list of things to do yesterday, and I kind of rolled my eyes whenever he was like, take my suitcase into me at the mall. I'm like, and then he was just and And he got a little annoyed. He's like, I work all day, and the least you can do is take my. Okay, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I just feel like such an idiot rolling an old suitcase through the mall, right? I'm like, it's a principle. I don't want to look stupid, but I will do it. I'll have to go today because nobody's there today. But also I was hoping that my like pants would be done. I could do like one trip at a because I hate going to North Park, but I will go tomorrow. I'll go to either today or tomorrow for him. But his mom's been sick, so he has to go to Oregon. So I have to get him all ready to go too.
Oh my goodness!
For your wedding, so he gave
me
like
big week.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, we better get on it.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's it.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart on Instagram, and you can follow our podcast on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS.
And on Instagram
at BS the podcast. Yep. Bye.
You always forget that.